through the legislative and in management systems that we have currently to manage wildlife is definitely not working. And much more is needed in certain areas, for example, the keeping of protected animals and issues such as the duration of the hunting season. But this today is your day. This is your consultation. And we are providing the opportunity for you to comment on the draft that you have.
There are some ethics that we have that says, well, I will only use what I need today and leave some for tomorrow or the day after that, or my children or my children's children. And that is the basis of the principle of sustainable development and sustainable use. And then there are those with the ethics that says, well, look, we don't really care about anybody else. We're going to lick up all today, take what we could get. We don't care if the habitat mash up, we scrape what everything in the sea, we just taking everything. Who come tomorrow, that's their business. And with these kind of ethics determines what we have, the condition we leave it in, and whether there's anything for the future. So, what have we seen in terms of the trends in wildlife? And many of you would agree, during the time of your grandparents, you would have seen and heard the stories of the abundance of a wide variety of wildlife. You would know during our present time, from the anecdotal evidence, meaning in the absence of hard research in some areas, based on what people are saying, that there is not as much now as there was then. And certainly the perception for us, based on the way things are going now, in time of our children, our grandchildren, it is likely that we will have even less if things continue the way they are.
I think the policy and government needs to make clear definition between hunters and poachers. Yes. Right now, everybody is clumped into one. Everybody is a hunter. Hunters are the guys that buy their permit, go out during the hunting season on a weekend, catch 1 or 2 animals. The poachers are the guys that hunt 365 days a year, 15 animals a day because they have a market for the wild meat, right? And not just those guys, but the hunters that feel that that permit is going to allow them to bag as many animals as possible until the season closes. Wrong. We have to consider issuing bag limits and a tagging system.
I mean, the problem we have right now in Trinidad, nobody's speaking about it. But because of bureaucracy, whatever problems, you have agricultural land on which wild animals tend to tread and find fodder, being given up to the rich men who won't pay the town and country people to get approvals for residential permits in agricultural land, in state land, in hunting land. Nobody's saying about the poachers, and please make a clear distinction between hunters and poachers. Because you have men out there hunting day by night, 24/7, 365 days hunting, stopping at the decrease, just waiting for hunting season to open, to buy a permit and say, look, we catch this. When they hunt all through the year, who's the regulator, everybody? Who's doing this? No one. And
ladies and gentlemen, I would like to see hunters hunt year-round. When the season is closed, you organize your association and hunt the hunters who are hunting out of season. Provide the information on the trap gunmen, the sentinels and so on to the authorities. Not say it, have them out there. Do your part to ensure that your role will be forever remembered in society. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to see shooting year-round. Pick up your camera. Okay, what could the hunters do? Go into the bush, shoot pictures of birds, lizards, snakes, butterflies. You can shoot year-round. That takes you into the bush also. You can camp all weekend and come out with a lot of stuff, a lot of game, but without doing a single bit of damage to our ecosystem. And at the same time, if you take a tourist into the beach, okay, into the bush, all the tourism money goes into those rural communities because the taxi man get money, okay, the parlor that gentleman just spoke about, they get money. They have to camp somewhere. They have to pay you to tour them around. If they want to see a magmont, if they want to see an emerald chested almond bird, who are they going to go to? Let that be your job.
When we ban the hunting season, what we does, we open the gates to the marijuana planter. Because when you close the season, the marijuana man cuts down the forest, he begins to start a burn. When you see the smoke, he's sending a clear signal, don't come. Don't come. And he has backings. The people that supposed, as it is alleged, to be protecting us, they have support. And you cannot go after them. You're dead, your family dead. The only people that keep them out of the forest is the hunters.
Yes, we know overhunting and sales of these animals are in high questions, but how do we curb it? And my suggestion is to implement more wildlife farming. That is the way forward for more sustainable livelihoods of the farmers and the animals itself.
It is good that the place started here, because I just want people to know one important thing. Chickens, pigs, cows, sheep, goat, and even turkey, which is the most expensive bird, were once all wild. So therefore, what we need to do is we need to stop arguing and recognize that we need to harmonize the concepts of conservation, management, utilization, and production. Because we all have different points of view, and the only way our wildlife will be conserved is when we give it value, when we respect it. And right now, we are disrespecting our wildlife if we are saying it should not be grown in captivity, it should not be eaten, it should not be cultivated outside of the natural habitat. And as Mr. Miller said, you can't tell every housewife on a Sunday morning they have to go and catch their own crab, get a license to catch their own crab. The policy should encourage the scientific understanding of all the physiology, nutrition, and production of all our wildlife species. We should therefore set up a center for neotropical wildlife production, utilization, management, and conservation.
Thank you. Starting out, we had a look at our coat of arms, and we saw the birds, and we saw the Trinity Hills, which is enshrined in our coat of arms. Over the last 2 years, 2 or more Canadian companies have been dynamiting those Trinity Hills, starting at the very top. Every ministry in this country has been notified over and over. No one, and I say no one without fair contradiction, got up one day and came down with us to Trinity Hills to even see what was going on. The media were threatened, and the response to us was, hey, listen, that's our biggest advertiser, we ain't going there. As a result, a year and a half ago, they detonated 60,000 pounds of dynamite on the Trinity Hills. Our Trinity Hills going to become a unity hill because all was let down into one. 3 weeks ago, under police escort, very quietly, which is natural, they moved 10,000 pounds additionally of dynamite down to Trinity. And they started detonating the following Monday. As we speak now, they probably finished at 10,000 and they're waiting for the next shipment of 10,000. Yes. No one here, none of you so-called environmentalists were prepared to get into your car. None of you were prepared to come down and
I went, Mr. Miller. I hiked up the mountain all the way to the top. I was up there, sir.
Kyle, yes, Kyle.
I think what we try to get today really is to find a balance of what the forest provide and how best to use the resources. And while I agree there can't be something such as overhunting, I think that hunting that is properly regulated poses no strain or threat to the forest at all. And what I'm saying is that certain areas produce a certain amount of wildlife per year, and if you hunt and take that amount of wildlife away, it is replaced, like fruit from a tree. When you pick a fruit, another fruit replaces it. But There are threats to the forest that are far more serious than hunting. And some of these are illegal logging, pollution, industry, proposed roads to link different areas and so on that going straight through virgin forests that generations of hunters could never be damaged, that some of these plans could do. And if we were to together enter all the hunting in Trinidad completely, no dogs, no guns, no hunting at all, the forest is still in a lot of danger from all the other forces.